Coming to you live from Southern California. We've got Major League Baseball on a Tuesday night. It's the Toronto Blue Jays and the Los Angeles Angels. Joined by my partner Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Big storyline coming into this one is the tough stretch for one of their key players. He just can't seem to get it going at the plate recently, Chris.
Well, I think it's time to switch it up, Boog. He's due for a major breakout, and hopefully he can shake it off and get back to his old self today.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And getting the start for the Angels, Jose Soriano. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, primary pitch is an outstanding sinker. It's hard to pick up out of the hand, but in the last few feet really has arm side movement. Tough pitch for hitters to get the barrel of the bat on.
Just about to get underway, and the batter is George Springer. And we're off and running from Anaheim. That's outside.
That's off the plate.
Ball 2. Swing and a ball popped in the air. That gets down for a hit.
Batting second, first baseman
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Quick move to first, and Springer's in there safely. Tap foul at the plate. Laddie, multi-time All-Star, batting second in today's lineup, and he's a former home run derby champ. In the dirt, blocked. Just starting things out here in Angel Stadium. Close one, doesn't get the call, and it's 2-1. Springer on the run. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, he's batting leadoff, and he's acting like a traditional leadoff hitter. Gets on base to start the game, then puts himself on second with a nice stolen bag. I think that sets the tone for the offense for sure.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out here in the second game of the series. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
So now with one away and a man at second. And next for Toronto, Alejandro Kirk. Takes it in for the out.
Batting fourth, center fielder Dalton Varsho.
And now it's Dalton Varsho.
Well, the offense really struggled last night. I mean, it was awful. So I think picking up a run right here, that's going to get him going a little bit. Well, no need to go right at this guy. First base is open. He can hurt you. So make him expand his zone. If he doesn't, give him a walk.
Man on second, 2 down. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. And that'll do it. They get a leadoff single but leave him stranded. And now the Angels will get their first opportunity in this one. No score. Back in Anaheim, and the starter for Toronto, Trey Savage. What do you have on him, Chris?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Nolan Shotwell leading things off and takes a strike.
Four-seam fastball, low outside.
Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a ball popped up. One up, one down. All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. And a big factor for them in recent games, Nolan Shotwell.
He's been a solid force for his team right now. Kind of a fire starter when you consider an on-base percentage over 400 over the last 10 games. That's solid, consistent work. He's making things happen for this offense right now.
Here's Mike Trout. And Chris, one of the trends that we've seen over the course of the last 5 or 6 years, teams are trying to build their lineup more efficiently and usually putting their best hitter number 2, like Mike Trout. That one close, ruled a ball. Ball 1.
The days of hitting that hitter in the third spot or the fourth spot are pretty much over because you're wasting your best talent. And the fans, if they come to the game, they want to see that guy hit as much as possible as well.
Sliced hard but foul. People may ask why. No spot in the order comes up with nobody on and 2 outs more frequently than the number 3 hitter. Here's a 1-1. And a big swing and a miss.
Splitter, low inside.
Got him. Here tonight, an efficient start to the home first, 2 away.
First strikeout for him in this one. That splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
Now at the plate, Josh Lowe. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Four-seam fastball, low inside.
Two down, nobody on. Inside, just missed.
Splitter, low outside.
Next offering in there for a strike. Now 1-2. He'll challenge, thought that was a ball. And they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. They'll keep both their challenges.
Four-seam fastball, high outside.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Springer towards the line, looking up, makes a one-handed catch. We played an inning, no score. Back here at Angel Stadium, and now for the Jays, Addison Barger.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
That one fouled off. High fly ball, right field. Teodosio drifts towards it. And there's one down.
Batting six, the designated hitter, Davis Schneider.
Next to hit, Davis Schneider. Collected 3 hits in the loss yesterday. And first offering is fouled off. That one missed.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Fouled off left side. Second inning here, no score. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Had him way out front of the slur.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
And here is Jesus Sanchez. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. And he grounds one to the right side. Makes a sliding stop. And that's a nice play to end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. So now the Angel cleanup hitter, Logan O'Hoppe.
Low inside.
Ball.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
The 1-0. On the inside corner for a strike. Mike Fillmore, our plate umpire. Very consistent with his zone, Chris. Gets a lot of praise for that.
He does, Boog, and I think that with any umpire, you really just want them to be consistent. Fillmore's a guy that does a good job back there in that way, so people around the league really appreciate his consistency.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Slider. Middle outside.
That's outside.
That's out.
3-1 now.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
3-1 is on the way. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
Low inside.
Payoff pitch. In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Now here is Christian Moore.
Slider. Middle outside.
Swing and a miss.
Well, you got the hitter already
High
chasing
inside.
that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Low outside.
Next
That's a
one
ball.
misses, and that is ball one.
Splitter. Low inside.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Misses.
That's ball two.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left.
Slider. Middle outside. Slider. Middle outside.
Here's a 2-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
Jorge Soler
Slider.
up at the plate.
Middle inside.
Went deep in the ball game last night.
Hey!
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Yoan. That one catches the corner for a strike.
Four-seam fastball.
Feels like the fastball is
High
catching them off
outside.
guard at times. They've watched several go by for strikes, and they're still not attacking them for some reason.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he strikes out the side here in the second. We'll move to the third with no score. New inning getting
Leading
started.
off for
And now for the
Toronto,
Jays,
second
Ernie
baseman,
Clement.
Ernie Clement.
Fought off foul. And a swing and a miss.
Oh, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. Talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Next pitch misses way outside. And that
Ball
one hit
3.
97 on the gun. That one
That's
misses.
ball 4.
So a
Take your
leadoff
base.
walk.
Batting ninth, shortstop, Andres Jimenez.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon.
Oh, wow.
Just missed. And the 1-0. Puts it away for the out.
Up next for the Blue Jays, right fielder, George Springer.
Here's George Springer. He's on the verge of a milestone. His next home run will be the 300th of his career.
You know, Boog, 300 homers would be an amazing achievement for him. Fewer than 200 players have ever done it. Hit 300, you tie Chuck Klein. Hit 301, you tie Rogers Hornsby. I can't wait to see if he pulls it off.
And a base hit to third. In there safely.
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Finds its way through, base hit. And the Jays score first. It's 1-0. The throw in, and he's in there as they jump ahead. A run scores.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Runners at the corners here, one away. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. And there's a foul ball.
If you're going to be a championship type of ball club, you've got to hit with runners in scoring position. And after last night's struggles, I'm sure this team is chomping at the bit to have this kind of opportunity here early in this game.
2 on, 1 out. And that skips in the dirt. This one lifted in the air, left field. He makes the grab. Runner tags from third. Safe! And they add to their lead as the run scores from third.
Up next for the Blue Jays, center fielder Dalton Varsho.
Now the Toronto 4-hole hitter, Dalton Varsho. Fly to left his first time. And that's outside. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Up next for the Blue Jays, third
Addison
baseman,
Barger
Addison
getting
Barger.
ready to hit. Flied to right his first time. Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-1. Two on, 2 outs. And that is cut on and missed. That's strike 2.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
A little bit low. Ball 1. Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Bouncer to second. To first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But 2 runs for them and they jump ahead. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. Blue Jays 2 and the Angels nothing. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Second baseman, Kyron Harris.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside. Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
Kyron Harris leading things off and takes a strike.
Slider. Middle outside. Slider. Middle outside.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss as he chases
Splitter.
that one darting
Low
out of the
outside.
zone.
Splitter. Low outside.
Ball 1
1.
there.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Slider. Middle outside.
One, 2 now. And that's outside.
Slider. Low outside.
Two now. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Digging in, number 20. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Splitter, low middle.
That's a strike.
Well, he's got ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
The 0-2. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Well, 3 pitches, down, fastball up, swinging, boog. It's like learning a chord progression, getting those strums right, man. So many pitchers prefer working north-south these days compared to the east-west, and that was a great example right there.
At the plate, Bryce Teodosio. In for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Slider, middle outside.
Nope. Ball 1.
4-seam fastball, high inside.
2 down, nobody on. Swinging a foul straight back.
4-seam fastball, high middle.
The 1-2. Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row. 9 straight retired here to start the game. You're watching Blue Jays baseball on the Show Canada. On to extra innings. Davis Schneider has one of the top averages in the league, Singy. That bat's got more hits than a summer playlist.
Pitchers are looking around like, can someone unplug this guy?
Yeah, Singy, he's turning BP into a lifestyle.
I mean, pitchers are calling their parents after games just to decompress.
Ripped to right. Relay to second. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
So up next for Toronto, Jesus Sanchez. He's 0 for 1. Lifted in the air, right field. And he makes the catch. Runner tags at second. The relay to third.
Hey,
and it
you beat it
comes
up.
in too late. He's up to third on the flyout with
Up
1
next
away.
For the Blue Jays, second baseman Ernie Clement.
Here's the second baseman, Ernie Clement. He walked and came around to score his first time up. On the ground to the left. Throws to first.
Got him.
There for the out. Runner scores from third. Wow, Singy, what a throw. We got to take another look at it, but this time with the numbers from StatCast.
Yeah, Boog, that's about as good as it gets. You'll see the hardest throwing infielders reach 90+ on throws across the diamond, so he's pretty much right there with the best infield arms in the game. That was a rocket of a throw right there.
And next for Toronto, Andres Jimenez. On the ground. Throw is low, and he can't hang on safe.
Well, kind of the story of their season so far. Things just not clicking into place. Fundamentals on all sides of the ball are lacking, and It's tough to win games at this level if you're not playing clean baseball as a team.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate.
And in the back of his mind, he's got to be thinking about home run number 300. He's sitting on 299 right now.
Clips the outside corner. Strike one. Springer in his 13th season, a member of the 1,000 hit club. And his last 10 games stand out. He's homered in 4 of them.
Ball one.
The next
Ball
offering
two.
misses. Ball 2. Quick toss to first. Jimenez back in on a dive. The 2-1. That one is absolutely belted way back there. And that gets down in the corner. Coming around third is Jimenez. The relay, he's safe. And they lead by 4.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Jose Soriano won't go any further tonight, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment.
Now pitching for
New
the
arm out of the
Angels,
bullpen,
number
Jordan Romano.
68.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
That's ripped into the outfield. And that is that. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the Angels nothing. This is Toronto Blue Jays baseball on the Show Canada. Ready to go, bottom 4. Now it's the Angels leadoff man, Nolan Shadwell.
High inside.
Shadwell.
There's a strike.
Well, he's looking great so
Slider.
far. It helps when
Middle
over
inside.
80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up. You know, these Angels just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one.
Four-seam fastball.
Strikeouts are a little
High
easier to
outside.
stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
Splitter. Low outside.
The 1-2. And there's
That's
the
ball
ball.
2.
Splitter. Low middle.
Check swing didn't go. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
And a payoff pitch. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And there's one away.
Up next for the Angels.
And here's a look at how he's
Center
using his
fielder,
pitches in this one.
Mike Trout.
Here's Trout. Struck out swinging his first time.
All around, I
Slider.
think if you asked
Low
anyone in
middle.
this organization
Slider.
who's the best
Low
hitter
middle.
in the lineup, they would say him.
And first offering is fouled off.
Splitter.
The Angels
Low
down by
outside.
4. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one in there to Mike Trout.
Four-seam fastball. Low middle. Four-seam fastball. Low middle.
Pitch
That's a ball.
misses. Now 1-2.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up.
Four-seam
Got to
fastball.
stay back.
High
Off speed's
outside.
probably coming.
Swings and misses. Strikeout number 8.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Low. Batting for the second time.
Four-seam
And that's
fastball.
strike 1.
High outside.
A little out front there as he swings through
Four-seam
it.
fastball.
Quickly in an 0-2
High
count,
outside.
you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Splitter. Low outside.
Two down, nobody on. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So 12 up, 12 down to begin the ball game. You're watching Blue Jays baseball on the show, Canada. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Swing and a pop-up. Paris should have this one. Then there's one down.
Up next for the Blue Jays, center fielder Dalton Varsho.
Stepping in, Dalton Varsho. 1 for 2. Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0. Catcher challenge, will take another look. And that one did find the strike zone. So they've still got both their challenges. Oh, 1 now.
Yep, that ball went out.
Romano, a former All-Star. He features a slider, a four-seamer, and he works in a two-seamer. The 1-1. Swing and a ground ball. Shanuel steps on the bag, and the first 2 set down to the top of the
Up next
5th.
for the Blue Jays, third baseman Addison Barger.
2 outs, base is empty. So up next for Toronto, Addison Barger. And it's fouled away. His home run numbers stand out, Chris. Nobody has hit more in his team. Two down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Outside
Nope, that's
low.
a ball.
Ball 1.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So it's a good take by him.
That misses
That's
the
in.
zone.
Ball 2.
Now 2-2. Two down, nobody on. Slider misses outside. In the air, right field. Teodosio has a beat on it. And that is that. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays, but they lead it 4-0. Bottom of the inning. Here's the Angels catcher, Logan O'Hoppe.
Logan O'Hoppe.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
And that's in for a strike.
Splitter. Low outside. Slider. Middle outside. Slider. Middle outside.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
Moore, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
Low outside. Slider. Middle outside. Slider. Middle outside.
And that's a strikeout. Mike Fillmore says he went around.
Up next for the Angels, designated hitter.
2 down, bases empty. Jorge Soler now at the plate. Went down on strikes his first time through.
Ball.
The Halos yet to pick up a hit here.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
This one in the air. Savage under it. And that is that. So 5 perfect innings in the books. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back at the ballpark, let's take a look at some of the moments that stand out to us. New pitcher in the game for the Angels, Robert Stevenson.
He's certainly been one of their better relief pitchers this season. The numbers are really solid, so they feel great about handing the ball over to him.
Davis Schneider digs in now. 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. The other way. Makes a nice grab and a full sprint. And there's 1 down.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground.
Sanchez in the box now. No balls and a strike. Movement in the bullpen. Drew Pomeranz, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
The 0-2. And he chases that one. And there's 2 away.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Line to left. And that's the 3rd out. Down in order go the Blue Jays. But they're in front 4-0. Well, we go bottom 6. So in now for the Angels, Kyron Paris.
Slider. Middle outside. Slider. Middle outside.
He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
High outside.
Right through there for a strike.
4-seam fastball. High inside.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. Struck out swinging his first time.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
The shortstop takes a ball.
4-seam fastball. High middle. 4-seam fastball. High middle.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
Low outside.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. That's a baker's dozen strikeouts for him in this game.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
Low inside.
This one in the air center field. And that will end the inning. So he's perfect through 6. This is Toronto Blue Jays baseball on the Show Canada. We go to the top of the 7th, and now for the Jays, Andres Jimenez. Tap foul at the plate. Swinging a foul straight back. Stevenson in his 9th season, 33 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2011. Gets a piece and stays alive. The shortstop takes the ball. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Back to the top of the order now. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, George Springer. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. Springer looking to hit career homer number 300 in this game. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Up the middle. Slings to first in time.
He's been simply unbelievable, Boo. 262 hits seem crazy when Ichiro did it in 2004, and it still seems crazy now. What a fantastic year he's had.
Runner at second here, 1 gone. And that one fouled off. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Man at second. That one missed. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Here's a 1-2. Stays alive. Jimenez, the runner at second with 1 away. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Good job to fight that one off. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Rolled over to third. Slings to first in time.
Up next for the Blue Jays, catcher Alejandro Kirk.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Robert Stevenson done for the night, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for
So the Angels turn to their bullpen for a new pitcher, Drew Pomeranz. He's been someone, at least in the early going, that they've leaned on. Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. In the dirt, throw into third, tag, save.
He beat it.
He's into third on the wild pitch.
Well, that right there can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball's gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it because you're already in scoring position. Well, he was sure there, and now he's only 90 feet away from scoring.
The 1-1. That one is absolutely belted. That's got a chance. And
I'm
an
out.
automatic
Round roll
double as it hops the fence. And a run comes in to score.
He puts a great swing on that pitch and drives home the run, and that was always going to be a double, but the bounce over the wall just took the guesswork out of it right away. It was a nice swing.
So runner at second, 2 down. Dalton Varsho, the next to hit, 1 for 3. In there at the knees, it's 0-1. Runner at second, 2 down. Rips one to right. One hopper off the wall, and that should bring in the run. Runner from second scores as they add on.
Comes through with the RBI. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Swings through that one for strike 1. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a miss. 0-2 down.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Sets him down looking. Good job at damage control right there. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Blue Jays 6 and the Angels nothing. You're watching Blue Jays baseball on the show, Canada. Bottom of the 7th. Now it's the Angels leadoff man, Nolan Shadowell.
Slider. Middle center.
Shadowell.
Seems like the hitters are struggling with their timing today. Kind of caught in between that sharp fastball and the nasty slider.
Splitter.
I'd like to see him settle on a
Outside.
consistent pitch.
Swings through that.
Man, that's just a
Slider.
nasty
Middle
splitter.
inside.
Bottom falls
Slider.
out of it. You don't see a lot of
Middle
guys throw
inside.
that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
The 0-2. And
Inside, ball 1.
4-seam fastball. High inside.
Swings through it for the K. Tied him up on a fastball inside.
Clearly trusted his stuff in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what he's working with, and that really allows a guy to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
Splitter. Middle outside.
Trout now at the plate as he swings
Splitter.
through strike 1.
Low outside.
Usually when a pitcher's had a
Splitter.
dominant
Low
outing,
outside.
he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
Ball, that's low.
Splitter. Middle outside.
Hit hard, it gets through, and the perfecto is gone. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. So the perfect game bid comes to an end, and now we'll see what he's got left in the tank and how they'll play it on the mound moving forward. But Singy, he's been a lot of fun to watch in this one.
Yeah, Boog, really impressive from the very beginning.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Trey Savage will depart. Great effort out of him as he exits in line for the win. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we get back.
Now pitching for
Braden
Toronto,
Fisher takes
number
over on the mound.
63.
He pitched
Braden
yesterday,
Fisher.
and we'll see him once again.
Overhand curve. Low inside.
Now at the plate, Josh Lowe. Close,
Ball 1.
but called a ball. Ball 1.
Cutter. Low outside. Cutter. Low outside.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Brings it in.
Up next for the Angels, catcher Logan.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Logan O'Hoppe.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Overhand curve. Low middle.
Ball.
In
Down.
the dirt.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
Right through there for a strike.
Slider. Low middle. Slider. Low middle.
Here's a 1-1. There's a swing and a miss.
Clearly, he was
Slider.
sitting on a fastball
Low
right
middle.
there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So that does it, but not before they find a way to spoil the perfect game. Major League Baseball is on the show.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Angels,
back, and a new arm on the mound to start the
44,
8th. Ben Joyce.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
In the air to left center. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Blue Jays, left fielder Jesus Sanchez.
Jesus Sanchez next up for the Blue Jays. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout.
Nope.
Activity
Outside.
in the bullpen for the Angels. Kirby Yates, the closer of the staff, is throwing. The 1-0. And right back to the mound. Throw to first in time.
Up next for the Blue Jays, second baseman Ernie Clement.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the second baseman, Ernie Clement. Close, but called a ball. And that is ball 1. Challenge from behind the dish here. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Two down, nobody on. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. Flails at that one. It's a strikeout. Blue Jays go down in order, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. On to the bottom of the 8th. So in now for the Angels, Christian Moore. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Right there for a strike.
Look, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Hacked swings and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the third time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. He'll have some adjustments to make.
Overhand curve. Low middle.
That one fouled off.
Slider. Middle outside.
And that's
Nope,
outside.
outside.
And now it's even 1-1.
Slider. Middle outside.
Well struck right field. And that's going to bang against the wall. So a man aboard now with one away.
Everything came together for him. Showed off some really nice oppo pop with that swing and just couldn't get it over the fence. But I absolutely loved everything about that approach and the mechanics right there.
Now, Kyron Paris.
Did he
Check
go?
swing on the first pitch. Appeal down to first. And yes, he offered at it.
Cutter.
The
Middle
Angels
outside.
with a lot of ground to make up here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Off balance feed. There's one. To
Safe, he's
first,
in.
not in time. Great effort there.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
Now it's the shortstop who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Slider. Low middle. Slider. Low middle.
Going 1.
Slider. Middle outside.
In the air, right field. That is the inning. Angels strand 1. Still up against a 6-0 deficit. We go to the
Leading off
9th.
for the Blue
And now
Jays,
for the Jays,
shortstop,
Andres Jimenez. High fly ball out to center field. Trout under it. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Blue Jays, right fielder George Springer.
Back to the top of the order. And next for Toronto, George Springer.
Hey.
The Blue Jays up big in this one here at the top of the 9th.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Ripped, but it curls foul.
Outside, that's a ball.
Yeah, that's ball 2. This one high in the air to left center. Trout on the move. 2 down.
Up next for the Blue Jays, first baseman Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Ben Joyce departs. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for
So
the
they turn to their
Angels,
closer,
number
Kirby
39.
Yates.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
So up next for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Looked like a strike to me. And here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone.
So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Two down, nobody on. Vladdy now. Big swing and a drive. Deep left field. That's back there. And it's out of here. Into the home bullpen for a homer. And Vladdy Jr. hits one out. Home run number 5 on the season. And they tack on to their lead. It's 7-0.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
So 2 down. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
Ball 1.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Teodosio gets under it. And that'll do it. Angels get one with a solo homer. We head now to the bottom of the 9th. This is Toronto Blue Jays baseball on the Show Canada. Back in Anaheim, all set for the bottom of the 9th. Bryce Teodosio getting ready to hit. We talk
Sinker. Low inside.
Nope.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Sinker. Low middle.
the 1-1. And a foul ball.
Sinker. Low inside.
That one
Ball.
missed.
Slurve. Middle outside.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, we saw a solid
Up
effort
next
out of
for
their
the
starter, and the
Angels.
bullpen is following
First
suit.
baseman,
It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms. You get stability from all of their performances.
Foul ball.
Slurve. Middle inside.
Yo, 1.
Inside, ball 1.
Slider. Low middle.
Nance sets, fires. And he hits a ground ball right side. Fires over to Guerrero. Angels with only 1 out left.
Up next for the Angels, center fielder, Mike.
2 down, bases empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Mike Trout.
Slider. Low outside.
Ball 1.
Slider. Middle inside.
That one's in there. Strike one.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
They're down to their final strike.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2.
Sinker. Middle inside. Sinker. Middle inside.
That
That's
one
a ball.
missed.
Slider.
2 down, nobody
Low
on.
outside.
Here, the last
Slider.
half of inning
Low
number
outside.
9. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
Well, we saw complete domination in this one. The offense exploded for a blowout, and then the pitching staff nails, locked down the opponent. This team did everything right today.
This one ends 7-0. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.